So good forward body angle, good extension. Inside shoulder's a little high, so you can see it showing up back behind your ear. But otherwise not too bad a position. So a fair bit of slip on that catch. Right, that's the point where you're fully buried there. What I mean by slip is that from where the paddle was to the point that the paddle actually got buried is quite a bit of distance, as opposed to sort of minimal distance where you're moving forward and down to your catch. So you're sitting up with your stroke, which is good. Not a lot of top end pressure. Sitting up a little bit high. Yeah, and we talked about that a little bit in the boat. You've got that kind of the T-Rex arm that's happening here. Okay, so what I want to focus on are the two things at the front of the stroke. And again, because as these change, everything will change after it. So, not a bad position. You're getting your hips around. It's not, I don't think it's connected to the stroke because they're not moving off the back of the stroke, but you're getting them around at the front. So that's a good start. What I would want to see is really thinking about this arm angle. So right now it's here. We see the arm appearing over the top of the head. Is bringing it down, right? It's just that simple relaxed position, no trap whatsoever. That, and then looking in front instead of looking underneath your arm. So that will keep you more aligned, which will help with the next stage, where what we want is we want to eliminate some of that slippage on your catch. So from your setup position, we want to continue, and you start there, and then you start to round over. So just thinking about staying a little bit more upright on the way in. And then the third thing is once you find that load, really think about driving with those hips. Initiate that pull with the hips. As you do that, it's going to change everything after. So another way, again, connecting with that top arm, because you've got the movement in the bottom arm, is kind of the comment I made earlier about frame. Is just thinking about keeping that frame, right? Is that this stays open. It's very similar to kayak or surf ski, sprint kayak, right? And they talk about in sprint kayak that you want to paddle around a barrel, right? You always have that openness in your frame. There's always a barrel in the middle. When you turn for dragon boat, the barrel's not here anymore, but there's this openness here. And we don't want to do anything that then closes that space in here. So if that helps you to think of it in that context instead of just top arm or just bottom arm, keep that frame throughout your movement.